the textbook. This is going to be, aside from maybe the switcheroo we did between Chuck Conkle teaching the class and me teaching the class, this is going to be the second biggest switcheroo that happens here. So I wanted to address it in its own video here. There is a textbook for this course. So depending on when you signed up for this, some of you have actually signed up for this many months ago. So I just want to get everybody here on the same page. There is going to be a textbook for this course. For the first 2 weeks, you do not need it. It is the Gaddis version of the text. It is the big, thick one that probably if you've taken C++ over the last 2 years, you have had, but potentially you sold, or potentially you took C++ before that time period where we got the book. I will have the link below this video because every time I give you a version number, I'm wrong. So I'm just going to put the link in there. You do not need to buy the version of the textbook new. You do not need to buy the version of the textbook that has the My IT Lab or the My Programming Lab access. It's just going to be us doing this. So you don't need that extra stuff. And any and all of the starter files or supplementary materials, things of that nature, I will provide for you so that you don't have to go and pay for it. I think there's advantage to paying a little bit less to get a used copy of the textbook, as long as you get that shipped out to you ASAP. So very shortly. And then what we'll do is we'll continue to build with that material moving forward, starting with session 4 with the new material moving forward. So that way we're not alienating, hopefully we're not alienating anybody, either because they were hoping for a different textbook or because they had taken C++ long enough ago that they need the refresher. So first off is get the textbook. Second off is don't freak yourself out going back and rereading everything. C++, these languages really are a little bit like a bicycle. Once you learn to ride a bike, you always know. It's actually because I know I have said this in C++ before, but I'm going to mention it again here, is the way your brain adopts typing a language is actually very similar to the way that your brain adopts speaking a language. So is it true that you do forget things over time? Yes, but your brain actually, because we are communicative beings, you come back around to that really very quickly. So with these 2 weeks, these next 2 weeks, what we'll do is we'll go back over, simple assignment. We'll go back over things of that nature. Then we'll get to more complicated things like arrays and vectors and functional design. And then we'll keep moving. So yes, you do need the text. The link is underneath here. You can get it through the B&N bookstore at RVC. You can get it just about every place else. Do not get the -1 version of the textbook that I have listed for you here. The last 2 chapters are actually totally wrong there, so that's not going to help you. Go grab this version. It's 3 years old now, and that means it can be had cheap as long as you get it to you fast.